welcome back to the Phantoms Fanatic YouTube channel. I am back with another review, and this review is of Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, released last year in 2022, starring Madeline Klein, Daniel Craig, Kate Hudson, Jessica Henwick, Edward Norton, Catherine Hahn, Janelle Monáe, Ethan Hawke, Dave Bautista, and it was directed by Rian Johnson. Obviously, this is the sequel of Knives Out, even though it barely pays reverence to the first one, except that it has Benoit Blanc in it. The plot of this one is tech billionaire Miles Bronze invites his friends and lead mystery detective sleuth Benoit Blanc, yet again played expertly by Daniel Craig, to his island, his private island in Greece, where all of a sudden a murder happens, and then it's up to Benoit Blanc to solve the case. So, obviously, you guys know my opinion on the first Knives Out movie. I think that it's a very good switch up from the classic mystery format, and it gave us some great characters and a great overall spectrum of stuff. Yeah, yet again, this is pretty much on the same par as the first movie. The thing that I really like about this one is Rian Johnson just doesn't do the exact same thing with this movie. Of course, he does a very similar thing where he'll lead you one way with the mystery and the plot, where you think it's going to go, and then he switches it up, turns it back around, and you get to see it from a different perspective. But he does change it up by switching the character dynamics and what was the one who switched everything up. I really do enjoy that, and I do enjoy that looking at all these little hints again. Rewatching this is probably going to be more interesting because of all the effort that they put into the other moments of it. I would be more interested into those moments. And yet again, these rich asshole, like, almost influencer characters are, once again, they get their comeuppance near the end. And I will say, I do feel like this one is a bit more cartoonish than the first one, because a lot of these characters, especially like Dave Bautista's characters, Catherine Hahn, and all these other characters who suck the dick of Edward Norton's character, are a bit too cartoonishly evil in some moments. They're not real people, but I don't know, to me it didn't bother me, because in the first movie you get the same type of characters. I get what they're saying, that I get what some people are saying, that the first movie did feel more subdued, and I definitely see that. But for me, it didn't bother me as much because I was enjoying the commentary they were doing about, like, tech billionaires and influencers and stuff like that. And these people, you clearly want them to get their comeuppance because they're fucking idiot people that you don't give a fuck about. And it's like, I feel like it does a good job in that retrospect, in my opinion. Yet again, though, Daniel Craig steals the show as Benoit Blanc. His wardrobe in this, I like how they switch it up, and yet again, everybody has their unique style with unique colors and stuff, and I really do like how it does use COVID in it, and it does feel a bit in some moments, but I do feel like, for the most part, that it does play into setting up who these characters are by doing it in that way. I feel like that does such a good way of easily explaining to us how these characters react to certain situations, because there's a person who just leaves his masks on and doesn't touch it. There's one where nose is kind of sticking out of it. There's one that wears a mask, but it's not a mask. Then another character doesn't wear a mask at all. And I feel like that really does show you how these characters feel about the situation and what kind of a grasp you can get on these characters. And I will say, the movie's fucking funny. There is a lot of good comedic scenes in this, especially with the fact that Edward Norton's character just derives weird explanations for things just to try to make himself smarter, but they call that out on the other parts. And same thing with this random guy on the island who's just there, and some other comedic moments that really do work, in my opinion. And as I said, I don't feel like the characters in this movie are as good as the first one, because as I said, they feel more cartoony, the people who get their comeuppance, like the family does in Knives Out. But for the most part, I feel like it's alright. And you do get one character to kind of root for, And the ending, I guess, kind of makes it hard to whether you like this character or not because of what something so extreme she did. But I will say, I like that it doesn't do the same ending as Knives Out. It at least tries to do a different type of ending in this. And yet again, it is shot and edited so well. It shows multiple different perspectives of people doing a similar action and stuff like that. It shows you different sides of a story revealed from another way. I feel like all of that works insanely well with the film. And as I said, I think it's funny. There's a lot of jokes that had me laughing. Daniel Craig carries a lot of it as Benoit Blanc, but I really do enjoy his performance in this, and I found the movie very enjoyable. All these actors, yet again, Rian Johnson brought on a star-stunning cast. He switched up the mystery genre yet again by doing a similar thing in that they did in the first one, but switching it up by who's doing it and what the switch up is, and I really do enjoy that there is a bunch of tiny little things that hint you towards this, and I always like that, the fact that they reveal it and you can realize some things while watching the film over and over again, which I really do enjoy. I like those elements. And yeah, as I said, the characters aren't as realistic and more cartoonishly dickheads, but I feel like it works for the most part because of the commentary it's talking about these influencers getting their comeuppance for being just fucking awful people. I do like that aspect, and because they get their comeuppance in the end, I feel like it's fine, the fact that they are hateful characters. I feel like it's fine that they are, because they get comeuppance in the ends, and even though, you know, one of them dies, but it's setting up more of the mystery by doing that, and I really do enjoy that. Yet again, I feel like Rian Johnson did a good job with playing with your expectations with this film, because even when I was watching it, it fucking tricked me as I was watching it, because I thought it was going to go one direction. Nope, went a different one, and you know what? Good to you, Rian Johnson. I totally forget that. But yeah, if there's another one of these, I'm definitely going to check it out, because I love Daniel Craig in this role, and I want to see more from this character. And I really do like we get more shades of his character in this one. But yeah, I definitely recommend Glass Onion. As I said, if you watched the first one and thought that you couldn't get into the style of it, you won't be won over by this one. It goes more into that style, but I don't have a problem with it personally. So yeah, but obviously people's opinions are different, so leave those in the comments section. I always like to see those on the review and the movie. If you have any other movies you want me to review, leave those in the comment section as well. If you make sure to like and subscribe down below. If you did enjoy, I always like to see the growth of the channel, share this with people, and yeah, and tune in for my next review of Megan. But yeah, that'll be it, so I will see you all next time.